Let's cut straight to the chase. Bob's Burgers, Season 14, Episode 7, The Raccoon King and I, is the best episode of the season so far, and in my opinion, an absolutely perfect Bob's Burgers episode. Every character had something to do, there was heart, there were well-animated moments, that had some experimental elements, a fun new character who challenges Bob in a good way, the restaurant was important, like everything about this one is good. And also doesn't have some of the notes that the other good episodes of the season have had. Like, yeah, the Rudy one was really emotional, but it wasn't very funny. Every episode's kind of had a note like that, you know? So let's start with the plot of the episode, shall we? There's a big block party happening right in front of the restaurant, but Bob can't see it. Oopsie. And meanwhile, Linda calls animal control on Little King Trashmouth, the raccoon that she obsesses over, and almost kills him. Also oopsie. So each character has their own plot line, which I appreciate. Everyone has something to do. So let's just talk about each plot line from the one I want to talk the least about to the one I want to gush about. So the one I cared the least about was Louise and Jean inviting their friends to watch the block party, but obviously they can't freaking see it. I don't think the episode would be better off without it or anything. It's pretty funny and there's some good moments. I love this part with Andy and Ollie.
And other perks to be named later.
Free Pelotons.
Not free Pelotons.
How about we get to sleep in your bathtub? Oh my god, yes.
But it's the one part of the episode that, yeah, it's just kind of there. It's good though. It's funny. I don't think the episode is worse off with it or anything. It's still quite good. Yeah. About half the episode is taken up by Linda's subplot with Little King Trashmouth, and I really like this storyline. It's nice seeing Linda get some character development. I feel like she's the least used Belcher at this point in the series, which is crazy considering she's probably the most popular character besides Louise. I always enjoyed Linda's Little King Trashmouth shenanigans, but I always found it funnier that other characters were just in on it, like Teddy and, as we learn in this episode, Mr. Huggins, who, hey, another character we haven't seen in a while coming back. Look at him. I like that we actually get to see the liquor store where Linda gets her wine. I like that the guy calls her wine lady. That's very funny. I think Tina was actually the comedic highlight of this subplot randomly. Yeah, that was a nice surprise. I like her woo! 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 And due to the block party going on in the background, there's actually music for the majority of this episode, which I think is their experimental part of the day. Yeah, it just adds a really cool atmosphere to the whole thing. Like, you just hear really muffled music going on in the background the whole time. It's very cool. It made me happy. I went, wow. That's cool. I like that. They actually released all the background music used in this episode on Spotify, so you can go listen to it now if you want 2 hours. Anyway, my favorite part of the episode is definitely the scene with Bob talking to the Soul Breezer's manager. I love this subplot because it feels so perfectly Bob's Burgers. You got the humorous part with the super depressed manager venting to Bob and making Bob feel inadequate about his pitiful life as a humble burger cook man that affects Bob's mental state, which of course goes into Bob's character development. My favorite episode of the entire series is about a Bob having an existential crisis plot, so they're always very welcome to me. And oh my gosh, this leads to one of my favorite scenes of the whole show now. The scene where Bob is watching the Soul Breezers concert and we slowly zoom in and see him start to smile before he says he gets it, and you hear the song playing, and the song is just great also, and like, it sounds like an actual song. It's really good. I mean, it is an actual song, you know what I mean. And then we get the little ending with Little Trashmouth and Gary, and it's all great. It all comes together. It's a wonderful ending to a wonderful episode, and the little credit sequence with younger Bob driving the car, that is the cherry on top of this beautiful episode pie. Which is a strange sentence, I am aware. Yeah, I don't know. This episode probably didn't warrant a whole video talking about it because I feel like I'm just recounting the plot to you and saying I really like it, but that's how I feel. I just felt the need to make a video because this episode was really something nice. It was just really nice. I don't know. Good stuff. Good episode. Great season. What we got next week? Oh, a Big Bob focused episode. Well, alright, we haven't seen him in a while. I'm okay with that. In a good mood. And of course, the one video that didn't do well is also the one where I plugged my massive 30-minute video on Disney rides. Go watch it. I really like that one. Please, I'm begging you. I'm actually joking. I don't care if you watch it or not. Bye.